Okay, folks. We're going to do a little white trash cooking today. And we're going to make a Thanksgiving, going to the neighbors, a little tuna. A little tuna noodle, pasta, whatever you want to call it, salad. You can kind of make it any way you like. And so we'll start with, we boil the water. And what we're going to add is, I guess, a little salt. A little salt as we start to boil the water. Ooh. So we'll let it boil and then we'll go from there. 10-4, breaker, good buddy, come on. Okay, as you see, the water is boiling and we're going to put in these bow tie noodles. Or whatever they are called. So if you look here, you see if you can see them. Bow ties. And there's another one right here. So we're going to dump these in now. And okay, they're in. And you just gotta stir them occasionally. Just keep them so they don't start burning, and let them cook. And let them cook. So that's what we're gonna do now. That's the next step. We're just gonna cook them. I don't know, 10 minutes or whatever. Water's boiling. So we'll go from there, and I'll put a little lid on. I take this lid and I kind of slide it on a little bit so it just gets a little air out of there, but we'll let them cook and we'll get back. Step 2 right there, bye. Okay, so when you make the pasta, you got to make sure you stir it. Keep it, once it's boiling, you have to keep stirring it every now and then so it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. Now these are old pans. I guess you can buy all this high-tech shit they got out there now, but I don't know. This is an old pan, and if you stir it every now and then, you can I'm just, as my noodles are drying, I'm gonna cut my sun-dried tomatoes up, and that's what I'm adding in this dish here. So sun-dried tomatoes, you can get them all over the place, but what I've noticed is I put them down here, and I cut them. You don't want them in big chunks, you know, because you don't want to turn people off. So I cut them, and normally, to be honest with you, when I do this dish, I put peas. You know, it's pretty simple. I add peas to my dish. But I've noticed at parties that people just do not like peas. Some people do not like peas, and when they see peas in the tuna salad, then it's a turnoff. They don't take it. So what I'm doing is I'm putting them high on the plate here, then the olive oil. Olive oil is draining out. So I'm going to try this dish. I've never done it before. I'm going to try sun-dried tomatoes instead of peas. Give it a little color. And what it is, they come in nice. Their taste, just right now, if you bite into these, they're so good. They're so good. They're in, like, I think this says Italian herbs and whatever. And so I'm kind of cutting them up. And this would be my replacement for this party instead of peas. But when I grew up, we were so poor that we had noodles, tuna fish, or tuna, yeah, noodles, tuna, mayo, and peas. And we loved it. That's how we grew up with. But I'm going to try something different. You know, these California people, and they're pretty fussy. They probably don't even know what peas are. So I'm doing sun-dried tomatoes, and we'll see. We'll add that to our pasta dish. You know, so now you got to figure out when your noodles are done. So you got to do your noodles the way you like them. So here's how I test them. I take them out, I lay them on a stick of butter, and now I let it soak in a little. And they've been going 14, 15 minutes, but I like to test and make sure, especially if you're going to a party. Yeah, people are fussy at parties. So what I do is I want them nice and soft. I don't want somebody to bite and break a tooth. So anyways, you go in and you let it soak in the butter here, which you can see is pretty nice. And let me taste it. Oh, it's good. I think they're done. Wasting. They're too damn good. They're too damn good. So, let me burn my hand here. Okay. Burn my hand. I got a couple here. Gotta get them all out. Okay, good. Empty. Empty. Okay, so what we do now, what we're going to do is drain them. And then we're going to put them, what I've watched here, you know, you can do this any way you like. There's so many, this is a real simple pasta, tuna, welfare dish, cheap. You can make it whatever, however you want it. And what I'm going to do now is put them on a cookie sheet or a pizza pan and put them in my refrigerator and let them cool. And I'm going to try this time. I've never done it before. Usually I just drain them and put my mixture in and it's all warm. And then I let them cool that way. So I'm going to cool them separate this time on this cookie sheet. And just let me pan over here. On this cookie sheet here, I'm going to put them on that and put them in the, not in the refrigerator. Stick them in the refrigerator, let them cool while I do my other mixture stuff. But what I did on this pan, you know, I put butter around it. So I don't want them sticking to the pan when I take them off and make my pasta. So I'm going to try this. And so I put butter all the way around this pizza pan. And now I'm just going to dump them on here and put them in the fridge. Okay, I think you can see them now. There's my pasta. Now you can see it's going right out the window. If you look up here, I got a little window blowing. See, it's going right out the window. Next thing you know, the bears will come and smelling this, and they'll come over, and a couple bears will put their heads through the window and go, "Ah, what do you got cooking in there? That smells like some pretty good shit. Do you mind if you spare some? Oh my God, that's the tuna that we're smelling." But let me put this in the fridge now. You go to a party, again, people are picky there. They don't know what to touch, what to do. I love salads or pasta salads, but I can't stand onions in them. I can't stand celery in them. I can't stand, you know, like hard, cold fruit or vegetables in them. So, so when I go there, I see that, and if I see celery in one of this outfits like this, I don't eat it. So I'm trying to make this real simple, and it's going to be simple. So what I'll do first is I'll take the tuna. We're just doing this tuna here. We're just doing this tuna, and we'll put that in there. And we'll take that and put it in, kind of, I don't know, it's just some chunky tuna. I may have to put more. I don't know. It's not going to be a big dish, but we'll put that in there. And now I'm going to put some mayonnaise in. I'm going to put a little mayonnaise. Let me try the spoon here. So I got this mayonnaise here. It's I don't know. It's just cheap mayonnaise. I'm not into the fancy stuff. And you just crank a little mayonnaise in, and then you want to do is mix it up a little. You know, let me see what you can see there. So we're like mixing it up. If you see them, I'm going to do the sun-dried tomatoes. I don't want all the olive oil in, so the olive oil I got to get drained off. And it all came back, so I don't want a lot of the olive oil in. So I'm going to put the sun-dried tomatoes in. And hopefully that gives it the color, and not the peas. Because again, as you go to a party, the peas turn off people. So these are all little. I cut up sun-dried tomatoes, and I got the tuna. Put a little olive oil in. Let me try some of this olive oil. Maybe that gives it a little flavor. Let me mix that in. Maybe I'll toss a little flavor in for these people. I never thought about that. Yeah, hell, let's throw all the olive oil in. Maybe that'll give people more of a flavor here. Well, we looking. Okay, you still see it. I bought some ranch, and I like to do a little ranch in, not a lot. I just enough to take the edge off the mayonnaise. Put a little ranch in. Mix that in a little. Give it a little wilder taste, and And then we'll start there. We'll start with this because this is all it's going to be. So you do a little salt here. You do a little salt. And you do a little pepper. Okay. You don't want a whole lot of this, any of this stuff. Because again, this is just a very, 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 very simple dish. Okay, now we're just going to wait. We're going to wait here, and we'll have to add more. Okay, folks, I got the pasta cool, chilled. Now I'm just going to slowly put it in the dish here. But it's chilled, that we chilled it. I don't know if it makes any difference at all. But I got it in here. We'll put it in our dish. We'll put it in our dish and see, mix it around. But you know, normally I just when it's warm, I mix it together. And see, now that what it is that butter that was in there, was cool. It was very cool. So now I'm going to mix it. I'm going to mix it around and see what we got. We're mixing around. Let's throw some more. Let's put some more mayonnaise in. I think that's the main thing, is you got to get some more mayonnaise in. Whoa, that was a lot. That was a lot. But we got to. That's what people want. Okay. Now we're talking a good scoop here. I got this stupid little, gotta make sure I clean it off. Now this is what I need. We need the big boy here. Do a little ranch, a little more ranch. A little more ranch to change it up a little so it's not just pure mayonnaise. Everybody likes ranch. Everybody likes ranch. Okay, as you see here, I added some more sun-dried tomatoes. I think everything else is good, but I added some more sun-dried tomatoes. So I'm going to mix these in, and hopefully when people take into it, because it's real tasty. I mean, you can't beat it. It's really, really tasty, and that's what people want. They want to taste the mayonnaise and the ranch, and then all of a sudden they bite and they get a little taste of the sun-dried tomato, and then of course the pasta is pasta. But yeah, we'll see. More for me if nobody come back, because I absolutely love this stuff here. And but here it is, folks. Here's what it looks like, and okay, we'll mix it around, and so that's our dish. We'll zoom in a little bit so you can get a really, really close look at it. And let me see if I can tip it up. But it's I'm going to put it in a little container, plastic container, and take it to my party. And it'll be looking pretty sweet. So happy Thanksgiving 2021. 10-4 Breaker.